Yes, evening, comrade. I will gladly come in.
What the hell are you doing in my house?
Isn't it obvious, comrade?
What? No.
Well, you see, comrade, bleh. Hold on. Suka bleh. Want to buy a watch, comrade?
Watches?
Yes, comrade. Watches. You mind if I fetch myself a drink? I think no.
I already got a watch. Like, why do I need another one?
You don't got a watch as special as these, that's for sure. In fact, I could even tell you the story of each one of them. They've got very interesting histories.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You break into my house twice now. Then you go grab a glass of my wine right there. And now you're trying to talk to me about the backstory about your watches you're trying to sell me?
Yes.
Can I see these watches?
Well, I'd like to start off with this arm. You see these?
Can you get these out of my face?
Oh, yeah. Let's start with this watch here. See, there was a man named Paul, and he wasn't happy where he was living during the Cold War. So he left his home in America and moved to the Soviet Union, where he worked in a factory that produced the tags you see inside clothes, but these tags were then sewed into the coats of Soviet soldiers. He was still unhappy with his life now that he was in the Soviet Union, so his fellow co-workers went and made him a custom watch. He was still unhappy, and was sent to the Gulag for possessing such a watch. I now have it. It's for sale, $400. Now this lovely watch, on the other hand, was owned by a Soviet naval officer who was stationed on a submarine off the coast of Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he launched a nuclear warhead into the heart of Washington, D.C., killing the entire populace and even the President of the United States.
Washington is not nuked.
Have you been to Washington?
No, but...
Then you don't know, do you? Either way, this watch is $400 if you want it. As for this watch, it was owned by a comrade of mine when we were stationed on the SS Vodka, a battleship that defended the Soviet seas. We were tasked once with defending the city of Stalingrad during the Battle of Stalingrad.
Wait, Stalingrad is landlocked.
Stop interrupting the story. Now, my buddy, he died. Shot right in between the eyes. So I took the watch. After all, everything is everyone's in communist Russia. This watch is a measly $2,000 if you want it. As for the other hand, this watch over here was passed down to me by my father when he died. He told me to keep it forever and to constantly pass it down the generations of our family. I loved my father, but I love money more. $400,000 for that watch. Now this one is a personal favorite of mine. See, it was owned by Stalin, but he wouldn't ever wear it in public. He would instead wear it in the privacies of his own home, as he would often like to hide the small list that he would make of countless people he would want to send to the gulags inside the watch to then be passed on to the higher-ups. This little beauty can be sold for $2 million. Lastly, is this Chinese watch here. I don't know what you must be thinking. Why is this Chinese watch in a collection of Russian watches? Well, see, it was in fact owned by a Russian spy who had infiltrated the Chinese ranks and had been given this watch as commemoration for his good services. But I did have to kill him, seeing that I was a Chinese spy myself.
Yeah, well, how much is it?
100 mil.
Deal.
Of course, sir, of course. A pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy the watch.
I'll ship the money to you later.
Alright, comrade, enjoy your watch. I know I'll enjoy my money. Das voran.
Did I just blow $100 million on a watch?